Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, right, I wanted to tell you guys how to deal with a chick when she is, you know, sort of giving you the ifs and the maybes and the I don't knows when you are trying to set up a date. I've been getting a lot of emails from guys over the past couple weeks, and dudes been hitting me up and they're like, yo, you know, I've been texting this girl, I'm trying to, you know, go out with her or whatever, and she's sort of giving me the runaround. She's telling me, oh, I gotta get back to you, I'm not sure, you know, I'll hit you up later to let you know. So they're like, what do I do to, you know, like get rid of this problem? Like, how do I actually get her on a date? What am I supposed to do when these things are brought up, right? So basically, right, when you're texting a girl or whatever, or you're calling her or whatever like that, and you say to her, let's say for example, you say, hey, let's get together Friday night at 7, right? And she'll be like, oh, I'm not sure if I can make it. Can I get back to you? All this other stuff, right? So what you need to do is you need to put a time limit on when she should get back to you, right? And this time limit needs to be specific, and it needs to be fast. So let's say for example, you know, you say, hey, let's get together Friday at 7, and she's like, oh, I'm not sure, can I get back to you and let you know? You're like, all right, cool, listen, I'm gonna need you to hit me back at 3:30 to let me know, you know, if you're available, right? And you know, you should give her like maybe a half an hour. So let's say, you know, it's 2:30 when you're talking to her, you'd be like, all right, cool, hit me back at 3:30 to let me know if you're free on Friday. Now, the reason why you are giving her this time limit is because you don't want her to have that freedom to basically get back to you whenever the hell she wants. Because what's going to happen is that if you tell her, hey, you know, yeah, get back to me whenever, you know, she'll probably never get back to you. Or if she does, she'll get back to you maybe like Friday during the afternoon, right when you're about to meet, and say, oh, you know, I'm sorry, I can't meet up with you, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff, right? And usually when women are saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, I got to get back to you, it's not like they have a lot of stuff to do, right? Usually what they're trying to do is they're trying to see how they're going to juggle all the guys that you're trying to see. You feel what I mean? Which includes you. So they're like, I don't know, let me get back to you, because they want to see if this other guy they were supposed to see is going to want to see them that day, or that other dude they wanted to see, they got to see when they're going to fit him in, and then they got to get back to you and all this other craziness, right? So you give her that time limit so that you basically want her to make that decision quickly, right? Now, once you give her that time limit, right, and this is important, pay attention to this, she has to get back to you within that time limit. So if you tell her 3:30, she has to get back to you by 3:30, okay? Not 3:35, not 3:45, not 4 o'clock, 3:30, right? Now, let's say she gets back to you at 3:45 or 4 o'clock. It's past the time limit, right? What you do is you say, listen, you know, I told you to hit me back by 3:30. I didn't hear from you, so I made other plans. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna just have to holler at you later. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason why you're doing this is because you're letting her know that your time is valuable and it's important. You understand what I'm saying? So you let her know, like, hey, this is, you know, I made other plans. You understand? I told you to get back to me. You didn't, so this is what it is, right? Even if you didn't have any other plans, even if you didn't make any other plans, you still let her know, like, yo, we can't do this because you passed the time limit. I made other plans. I got other shit I got to do. And then so you let her know, it's like, hey, I will hit you later, and then we could, you know, reschedule or whatever, right? So now, once that's done, and let's say, you know, you wait a day or two, you hit her back and you say, hey, look, are you free this Friday, right? Now, let's say she says yes, right? So if she's free that Friday, I'll make the date and all the other good stuff, right? Now, let's say you say, hey, are you free this Friday? And let's say she says no, right? Now, pay attention to this. This is very important also. The only thing that you do is you only offer her one alternative day. So if you say, hey, are you free Friday? And she's like, oh, no, I'm not free. Okay, cool. What about Saturday, right? And if she's like, oh, I'm not sure about Saturday, I'm, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you say, okay, listen, cool. Holla back at me when you know your schedule. And if I'm free, then we could get together, right? Now, the reason why you only offer one other alternative day is because you want to make sure that you're not giving off the impression, and also this should be true in your real life, you don't want to give off the impression that you are that available. You understand? Because if you tell her, if you say, hey, you free Friday? And she's like, no. And you're like, all right, cool, what about Saturday? And she's like, no, I'm not free Saturday either. And then you're like, okay, well, what about Sunday? And then she's like, well, I got to go to church. And you're like, okay, well, how about Monday? Like, so now you look like you have nothing else to do, you know, in your life. And you are, you know, just waiting on her to fill up your time because you have nothing going on, right? So let's say you say to her, hey, let's get together Friday. She's like, I can't make Friday. And you're like, all right, cool, what about Saturday? She's like, oh, well, you know, I can't make Saturday either. You understand? And you say, okay, cool, well, you know, figure your schedule out, then holler back at me. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that when you give the girl the time limits, what you're doing is that you are creating a situation where she has to respect your time if she wants to deal with you, right? And then when you hit her back, you know, after she's already gone past that time limit, and you know, you hit her back them a couple of days later, and you say, hey, let's get together, right? You pick a day, and then if she's not free that day, you offer one alternative day. And if she's not free that time, you tell her, hey, you know, listen, holler back at me when you know what your schedule is, and I'll see what I can do. You understand? So the thing is that you want to basically have a situation where this woman is respecting your time, and you are really getting to the you know, the point of you contacting her, which is to get her on that date or to see her, and to make that the discussion, and to make that you know, something that y'all basically say, this is what we're gonna do. You're putting it in stone, saying, listen, we're gonna meet this day, this is gonna happen, and then we're gonna, you know, that's gonna happen. You understand? You don't want it to be all over the place. You don't want it to be, oh, can I get back to you? Can I you know, give you a call later? None of that. Because again, a lot of times when you give these women that leeway, all they're doing is just trying to figure out all this other stuff, juggling all these other things, and you don't got time for that shit, right? It's better for a woman to you know, tell you, oh, she can't make it, or you know, or it's not gonna go down, than for you to be waiting around to see if she's gonna get back to you. Do not wait around for these chicks. Don't do that shit. You understand? Like, I remember one time I met this chick over Tinder, and you know, I hit her up and I say, yo, let's get together Thursday or whatever. And she's like, oh, can I let you know? And I was like, well, let me know by 2 o'clock that if you're free for Thursday, right? So then she hits me back, because she was on like vacation. She was just visiting the city or whatever. So she hits me back and she's like, oh, well, I guess, you know, maybe we shouldn't meet up because I don't want to, she's like, I don't want to commit to anything right now, so, you know, that's okay. And I say, cool, do your thing, peace out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sitting here taking time out and waiting for you. And another thing too is that the reason why you don't do that is because you don't want to block off that time, you know, for her, and then nothing happens. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to get her to hit you back as soon as possible, so that if it's not going to happen, then you have that time free to do whatever else you were going to do, you know, fill that time up with another chick, or, you know, you just do your thing and do whatever you was going to make happen. You feel me? So that's pretty much it. And guys, listen, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below so you can send me a question and I'll do a video on it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which gives you 7 tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.